I was talking about the ladder for. I knew better than to touch the. I had to turn my Wi-Fi back on, my hotspot back on, and it kicked me out. So I'm not going to start it over. I'm just going to finish up my 3-year-old list, and I guess I'll double back and double check that my list is completely correct. I have talked about everybody because it happens sometimes. I do miss a face or a name. So we were at Tomboy Strong. Yeah, Supermind. A little disappointed with the total output of Supermind and Uncle Danny. Tomboy Strong's got a reason. We'll talk about that in a second. But the other two guys have just let me down a little bit. They need to do more work. Simple as that. And as I said to both Jasons, they are going to work this year. They'll be at the fairs. They'll be in the Buckeyes, probably the Buckeye Claimers for a bit. But they will be doing work all summer long. They just need to put forth a better effort, and there's no other way to put it. So Supermind is in this week. Uncle Danny is in this week. Both these guys are going to work really, really hard this week on getting it right. And then we will see if we can't get them coming back forward. Now, Tomboy Strong did race flat the other day. I was disappointed in her. We drew her blood work and found her weight count was 12.2. That's a pretty high weight count. That means there's some sort of an infection there. It's not noticeable. You can't see it in mucus. There's no coughing. So there must be something walled off. There may be a very low-grade infection in there. But that will be up to Dr. Latessa to discern and to fix. But there was an issue with Tomboy Strong. It's nothing that we can't fix. It's just a matter of getting it fixed. Now, Zena Kemp. Oh, I jumped over our boy Woodmere Bullet. See, I almost did that. Woodmere Bullet raced awesome. I know the training, Smitty was a little hard on him training this week. Trained him up real good because you have to. I keep preaching this all the time, and this is straight out of our playbook. Doesn't mean that it's right or it's wrong, but it certainly worked this week. They're athletes. When you think they're dogging it a little bit, especially the younger horses, sometimes a real crisp training mile will straighten them right up. Now, that isn't the case. We've already tried that with Supermind and Uncle Danny. We may have to go the other way and just go easy on them until they mentally come back around. But a horse like Woodmere Bullet, stronger now, got a couple of starts under his belt. You got to shake that ring rust off, and you got to make him work. It's time to go now, and I like that attitude. I like that plan. Smitty trained him very, very hard this week, I heard, and he responded with a big victory. So great job by Corey, great job by Jamie to get the job done. Very happy there. Zena Kemp, I think you're going to see a much better mile from Zena Kemp on Tuesday. We put the hobbles on, enough playing around, right? If you don't want to pay attention to your work, I'll help you. And again, one of those stiff training miles. I trained her in 2.9 last quarter and like 28.4 on Saturday. She came out of the training mile good for all intents and purposes. That's what I was told anyway. And she will be fine. She will be fine for her race on, I think, Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm not sure which day it is. Well, I'm done my list now. I can go back and look really quick. Tuesday is Zena Kemp. Now, what are her odds? 7-2, post 3. It's going to take a really good non-winners of 2 filly, I think, to take her down. On Saturday, we have Uncle Danny picked to win at 2-1. We have Leland Hanover 9-2. I think that's silly. We drew the 4-hole. Now, is he going to be 100% coming off bleeding a little bit in training? Maybe not, but does 54 and a piece win that class? 55? Because I think that's what it'll pace. I think we're going to have a good day on Tuesday. What about Head to Know? Ooh, I don't like that. 15-1. That one's going to suck a little bit. Sam Widger. I don't know what happened to Luke Hanners, but okay. Gorgeous Package in Oak Grove. She's going to be heading to Minnesota shortly thereafter. I just think there's a lot more classes for her. And as I was saying to Eric the other day, I know it's frustrating when we send a horse to it, like a Winter Soldier down to Eric. Likeable horse, nice horse. Can't find the classes, but I'm not waiting, right? I'm not waiting all month long. I gave him 2 starts down there. There was no inclination that the Elmer's at 5 or 75 was going to go. And even if it did go, and let's say he won the Elmer's at 75, there's no 8, there's no 10, there's no 12. It's right back in the open, and that's not where he belongs. So that's why he had to leave Oak Grove. As I said, I'm just going to have to formulate a better plan for Oak Grove next year. Do we not go till the summer? Do we have horses that we generally sell, those types of horses, Elmer's at 2, 4, 6, 8, which I hate racing? Do we keep a couple of them around, mix them in? We have to have an open pacer and an open trotter for Oak Grove next year. There's no point going in March or April. That is a non-starter. Open trotter, open pacer, or it's do not pass go. And I think that's the way it has to be for sure. That's the starting point. Then have a non-winners of 1, a non-winners of 2 trotter and or pacer in Kentucky. A Kentucky bred. and then have a couple, 2-3 of those horses that we don't really like racing, but maybe we could. So there you have it. That's the plan for next year for Oak Grove. That's your 3-year-olds for right now. We have our 2-year-olds we're going to talk about, but Ollie's game is about to start in just a minute. So that is front and center. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. I am. Obviously, we had a big win in the Oak Grove Oaks. I just watched Ollie pitch, get the game ball, win a complete game. They won the game 12-2. Now they're about to play again. So hope you guys are having, it'd be great if you were all having as good a weekend as I am, but I hope you're all having a great time. Take care, everybody. Talk to you soon.